Today's video, we're going to talk about marketing funnel for Google Ads that crushes it. Two-step ad campaigns running off of and through your Google Ads search ads, a Google Ads account that you can count on to make you a lot of money in your business. Yes, your business as well. I'm going to give you some examples of different markets where we've used this exact two-step marketing process where you're going to monetize informational-based searches in your space, which is where the two-step selling process using Google Search Ads comes in handy. If you have a service where you help people with back taxes, for instance, just to give you an example right up front, you help people negotiate with the IRS. You can actually limit yourself to people looking for tax resolution services, tax attorney services, or you can go after people looking for, what do I do when I can't pay the IRS? Or IRS back tax phone number, so on and so forth. And then you can have an ad show up that says, not sure what to do when you can't file your taxes? Read this. And then you click the ad, it goes to a landing page, and it tells them exactly how to be able to pay only part of what they owe via ebook. They download the ebook. You actually have a well-timed phone call that occurs about 2 minutes after they download that ebook, and you got somebody that can be flipped just almost as good as a lead that's where it was their idea to hire a specialist to do what you do itself. This same methodology can though work to go just outside that use case. We've done this many times already. Whether you're selling medical services, like a medical procedure, if you're trying to look more beautiful, you can actually generate leads for people that want to look more beautiful, selling Botox services or what have you. Which, by the way, if you sell Botox services, it's expensive to go after clients there because the clients are worth so much. But it's still easy and straightforward to do. You're limiting yourself greatly if you don't go after people who just want to make themselves look more beautiful, that are in the target demographic that you're looking for. Or if you're trying to sell, let's say, auto parts, where, performance auto parts that can make a car faster, instead of people looking for that exact auto part that are already in market for an exact thing, you can sell to people who are looking to modify and improve a certain vehicle to make it faster, and then send them to a informational-based web page, which is going to convince that user and steer them to an exact solution that you sell. Which, by the way, once you start to, once you've gotten all the low-hanging fruit in your space, people looking for your product or services that you sell outright, if you're going to go after people outside of that general envelope of people, which, generally speaking, once you've, if they're not actively researching how to buy your exact product or service that you sell, that's usually your second stop, okay? What you're going to do when people are looking for a solution that does what your product or service offers, but not an exact solution that you offer them information, which information then steers them in the direction of a certain solution that you offer. Why? And you do that because people have their guards up, and they're not going to believe somebody that tries to sell them something that will fix that particular problem. They're not going to believe it. But if you lead in with information, that information, because they have their guard down while they're reviewing the information, you can sell to people that we're looking for ways to become more beautiful, then now we'll buy Botox services because Botox will be able to make a person more beautiful. You get the general gist of this. So again, I'm going to go in more in detail on some different examples here of how this is actually executed, but that's the basic premise of what I'm going to cover in today's video specifically. So with that said, getting into the content here. So what you want to do on Google search to make more money, open up the realm of possibilities of how you can monetize Google search ads for your business, which, by the way, you can market and run display advertising on the internet to people that are soon to be customers or prospects in your market. That is, let's say they're looking, what's the best for the best toolbox that's under $3,000. And you could go after those people while they're on YouTube or whatnot, and you can try to make that work. What I'm telling you is many times it'll actually be more profitable to go after people that are looking for garage modification upgrade ideas while on Google search, because that person's actively looking for something right now, somebody to listen to, okay? And the person, because they're in mode to read something right now and they've got to choose somebody, you're best to get in on that action versus somebody who's watching a video and then you're going to interrupt them because you've got momentum there. And you should actually try that first. We've got campaigns going right now where we'll target people looking for best birthday gift ideas or best way to speed up a vehicle. Specifically, best way to speed up or increase the horsepower on a 1990 Honda Civic. We'll take that desire to solve a problem and turn it into a customer through a two-step sales process. In that situation, okay, you provide solutions to the user to the immediate problem that they're saying that they're having by making a search like this. And what you can do is you can provide that solution in the form of information. That is, and if you're going to provide information, you do it from an unbranded standpoint. Because if you say, okay, here's how to make your Honda Civic faster from, Honda Civic upgrades.com, they're not going to believe what you're saying. That's not what you want to do. You want to take them to a landing page, which presumably is from an impartial source of information, authoritative yet impartial, and you market to them. And then in that information, you take that information, you basically make them draw the conclusion that you have the solution for them, and then you point them on into your to your website, and you'll be able to make money that way. The other way you could actually make money in with these type of searches is you could link directly to a product. If somebody searches for best way to speed up a 1990 Honda Civic, you could say on your ad, you don't want to get away from delivering back to the user what it is they're searching for, because that's always going to get by far and by and large the highest click-through rate, which of course you always want that because your highest click-through rate is going to make sure you pay the least amount per click for the user that you ultimately just want to go to your website. And you say, best way to speed up a 1991 Honda Civic using Honda Civic exhaust kit. And then when they click on that ad, you take them to the 1990 Honda Civic exhaust kit on your website, and you try to monetize them that way. So that's your alternate way than sending them to a pre-landing page, a web page, or where you're first offering them purely information and then sending them on to the product. That, by the way, will generally sending them to the information is going to be the way to make that work, because when they come to Google searching for best way to speed up a car, best birthday gift idea, they're not looking to buy it, or they're not looking to just have Google send them to a product directly. They want context. And the reason why this also works is when somebody searches for best birthday gift idea and you try to send them on to a gift idea that would be good for giving to someone on their birthday, there's no context as to why that makes it a good birthday gift. So you're not going to get the response rate into that person converting into a customer at the rate that you want, because they don't understand why it's the best birthday gift. Whereas if you just send them on to a landing page that says, this is the best birthday gift to give to somebody because of these 3 reasons. Boom, boom, boom. You're much, much better 90% of the time, basically speaking, to send them to a page like that. That then points them onto the gift item itself, because it's going to give that user a context and get them to trust you as well, ultimately on top of that. So it's just more work, which is the reason why nobody does it. What they'll do, most people will try to do, is run ads for, gift cards or let's say gift boxes or whatever. If they're trying to sell stuff like that, they'll try to go after people typing in buy gift boxes or gift boxes for sale, not what is the best birthday gift idea, because that requires them to do what I'm telling you to do, which is to tell them on an individual page of your website, i.e. landing page, why they should buy a gift box for the person's birthday, of the gift of the person they're trying to buy a gift for. And if you're the single one in your market that sells what you sell and are willing to put together different landing pages for different searches like this, you can monetize all this traffic for yourself. There's not going to be any competition in your space doing any of it, or any parallel space. In the auto parts space, where we do this exact thing right now, when someone is looking for how to increase horsepower of a 1990 Civic, we have nobody else that's trying to advertise on those keywords at all. And so we can drive them to a page that has top 3 ways to increase the horsepower of a Honda Civic. And then, basically we were able to then monetize that user some way, somehow. This, by the way, is how affiliate marketing was done way back when Google used to not have any problems with affiliate advertisers. Nowadays, Google doesn't want you affiliate advertisers to have a landing page where you're doing nothing. You're not doing business with the end consumer. Your business is referring people to other people. Then you're getting an affiliate commission, because Google thinks that is, you're being a middleman. There's not a lot of value you're adding to the users that they're trying to serve on Google, that come through Google. But that people would make tons of money having a page that explains, in that situation, here's the best ways to speed up your Honda Civic, and then each link that they would click through, they would get affiliate commission. You can do what the affiliate marketers always did, and they still do it to this day. If you're looking for, let's say, house paint, you'll probably see an ad, at least one of the ads, that will say house paint reviewed or whatever. And it'll be what looks like an independent review of house paints, of which the best reviewed house paint on that so-called landing page is a product that they're getting an affiliate commission from when that user ultimately clicks through that ad. And because nobody else is sophisticated enough or smart enough, or whatever you want to say, to advertise on somebody looking for, let's say, best house paints or what are good house paints, because they don't have this, they don't want to set up a separate landing page to do it. The cost per click is very low, and they were able to play a game of arbitrage because the clicks are so cheap there. They can actually make that, that opportunity profitable, if you will, so to say. So you can send people on to the product itself, or you can send them on to information, your choice. Sending them on to information usually being what you need to do to make these informational queries work. So you can do this in a whole bunch of different areas, of which we have lots of experience doing this in the automotive industry. I told you about that already, where we all already sell performance auto parts that you use to increase the speed of a car, exhausts, air intakes, superchargers, turbochargers, that kind of thing. We've done this a whole hell of a lot in the health space. People that are looking for, in the a plastic surgeon that are looking for, make themselves basically look more beautiful, Botox, nose jobs, stuff like that. When people are looking for information on how, what is the prices for a nose job, stuff like that, we'll send them on to a landing page that would talk about what you could expect to pay for a nose job. Oh, by the way, if you want the best nose job at the cheapest price, this particular surgeon actually offers it. So all you basically got to do is answer the user's question that they came to Google in the first place. And once you do, because nobody else wants to go through the trouble of doing this, they're going to probably just go with your recommendation at that point in time. Or we'll have somebody who's looking for what is the best bariatric surgery? Okay, weight loss surgery basically. And then you talk about weight loss surgery under 20K. There's way to get weight loss surgery for under 20K at this point in time in 2024. You have an ad like that, click through, the user gets to a page that just talks about there's new, it basically just looks like a news article, by the way, how there's new trends in the bariatric surgery space that makes it cheaper than it was. but because they use this new technology, this particular doctor uses this particular technology. And if you want to actually go through them, you can find them here. Boom, you have that user's attention captured, and you can now sell to them, which opens up tons more demand, potential demand in that market, in that bariatric surgery market specifically, than you could have got otherwise, looking for people looking for bariatric surgery providers, doctors, stuff like that. So that's actually the market where we have the most experience using these informational queries to send them to, and have a setup like that where we have an ad that looks like it's pointing to a news site essentially, and then a web page that looks like a news site, which then sells information, but then directs them onto one particular solution. We've done this so much in the software space. If you're looking for a piece of software that's going to help you speed up your PC, which is we had a company that dealt with that, PC optimization software. How to speed up your PC. Send them to a review of a software that helps you speed up your PC. It looks like a PC magazine, online magazine, then directs them onto a piece of software, monetize that. That was the primary way we were able to even run ads for that product, by the way. We've done this in the tax services space. I mentioned one of the top ways to monetize people for a back tax filing service where they help you, where you're in arrears with the IRS. Best way to monetize those users was, who do I contact at the IRS to explain that I don't have to, or that I can't pay, or IRS helpline, which most of the time when somebody's looking for IRS help, they're doing it because they can't pay and they need to know what their options are, and then monetizing those searches. Can't pay the IRS? Here's a way to pay 20% of what you owe the IRS. Boom. Send them to a page to get more information. In that particular case, it's less about explaining it and more about, fill out this to get information. We had an ebook, which, by the way, that's an alternate way to do things. There's two ways to always monetize these type of searches. You can send them to a short style landing page, which has an ebook on it. And then if you're going to go that route with it, if you really want to make the true money from it, you go ahead and you have a timer that tells you how long somebody's been reading the ebook, and you call them like 1 to 3 minutes after they download the ebook. So they're right away while they're still reading it, you call them. That makes a hell of a lot of money if you want to go ahead and set up that system. Why? Because if you call them after they're done reading it, they're not going to pick up your phone. And they're just not going to, even if they did answer their phone, they're not even going to be open to talking to you anymore. Whereas when you can answer the phone and you say, hey, I noticed you were reading my ebook. Is there any questions you have? Now you've got a hot lead. So you took somebody that wasn't a hot lead necessarily and you turned it into one. Anyway, you go that general route with it, or you go the route of what seeming faux news article, or what looks like a fake news site and an article on a news site explaining about the new technology, and then redirects them onto a product or service page itself that offers, is one so-called company, if you will, that offers the product or service that has that technology, if you will, and you go that route with it. So, and we do sometimes, some markets, one will work better than the other. You might just go ahead and you try both. Obviously, sending them on to the news article is better because there's no moving pieces there. You don't have to have a salesperson talking to somebody. But, in a lot of cases, though, you need to be able to talk to somebody in order to turn them into a lead. If you're talking about a higher price solution, if what you sell is $10,000, you're not going to get them to read an article, click through and buy, because it's too big of a decision. You got to have a salesperson involved anyway. And instead of just having that salesperson sitting around waiting for the next inquiry to come in, you have them start answering the inquiries with the people downloading the information via your, downloading your ebook, and then calling those people in between calls, fill up the rest of their time, and then be able to make a lot more money as a result of that. And with that said, the reason why you're going to make so much more money is there's 5 times as many searches for information pertaining to questions related to things that your product or service solves, then people looking outright to buy those products or services. So you can make 5 times as much money or 10 times as much money because nobody else is advertising on those terms. You're probably the only one that wants to put together a system to monetize those terms in your entire space. We've done this in the marketing services space. Specifically, what you could do in that, if you were in that market, by the way, if I had a software like Hootsuite, which I don't know why they don't do it, but you could have how to manage your own, when somebody searches for how to manage social media marketing for your company yourself or DIY, and then you could have an article that explains how to do this, that makes the software one part of the plan. And then you would just have people signing up for your software right and left because they like the information that they read and they want to work that plan. So, we also had a niche SEO company that had specialized in a certain space, like plumbers itself. And so when people would search for, because we would obviously target people looking for a plumber. It wasn't plumbers. I can't give their exact niche out right now, but when somebody would obviously type in plumbing marketing firm or marketing services for plumbers, we would target that, we would own that. But there's just a tiny amount of people searching for that. Way more of an opportunity is someone searching for how to get clients for a plumbing company, how to increase sales for a plumbing company. Then we would send those people to an article, they would be willing to read it, and then now we turn that interest into an actual lead specifically, where it would go through how to increase your sales and whatnot, how there's certain techniques you have to do. The techniques, well, they're hard to do, they're doable, and at the very least, if you are going to hire somebody to do it, you have them do these things because these are the effective things to do it. And here's a company that actually does the same things as well. It does it for you, and you don't have to do it yourself. And that's your funnel, if you will, right there. So anyway, with that said, we did it in the marketing services space as well. So you can see how there are all the different opportunities here that are available to you if you just set up a little funnel for yourself to monetize these searches. So really just comes down to, do you want to put the work in to try to monetize these searches? Now, obviously, this may not work to sell a $20 broom, right? Because you're not going to really give a shit as to search for what's the best solutions for sweeping my floor. And even if they were, it costs so much money to market to a person that then only so many of those people that read your content or whatnot are going to go on to buy your broom. The math is just not going to work out. The kind of the price point where this system that I'm talking about here is going to be actually worth it for you to do is where you're over $100 to $200 per sale. Okay, and that might be just the value also of the initial purchase and all the future purchases, i.e. lifetime value of a customer, or one purchase it in and itself. And obviously the more that you're going to make, the more this actually works. If you're in plastic surgery where you're going to be able to sell a $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000 boob job, $10,000 boob job, this works really well because a click is $1 for somebody looking for information on how do I make my boobs bigger? What's the best way to do it? And then providing information. You only need 1% of those people to click through your article and turn into a lead, and you're making money already, versus that $20 broom example itself. And by the way, where this is more recommended for you is in a situation where trust is very, very low. Notoriously, in the marketing services space that we're in, trust is very low. Nobody believes what a marketer or marketing agency really says to them for the most part. So when you can lead with information, like with the niche SEO company I talked about before, that's actually the way to go. It's not going after somebody and say, hey, we have the best plumbing SEO company. Even if you were to come with them at them and say, hey, we've gotten these results for these 5 plumbing companies, which that can work. You're going to be even better off just saying, see how to get results for a plumbing company and rank number 1 for a plumbing company. Show them the techniques and then say, this company over here has a history of doing it. They've done it 15 times. You're going to make more money with that second example than the first because of the low trust. And in the tax services space, nobody trusts anybody there. Therefore, that is the reason why going after people at the informational stage on Google is better off, particularly when they're not even looking for information, but just looking for contact information at the IRS itself. Same thing in the software space, same thing in the health space. And also in the auto part space, it's not such low trust, but they don't know who to trust in terms of because everybody says their products can make my car faster. There's 500 people saying it. Which one should I actually which one should I trust? The person that they trust is going to be the person that they feel like the information itself that they read makes the most sense in terms of their gut feeling. And you can just set yourself up with that by leading with information at your company. So anyway, with that said, that is the marketing funnel for Google Ads that crushes it using a two-step approach versus a one-step where you're actually just marketing to people who already know that they are going to buy. They've made that decision for themselves, and you're just offering them one possible solution and saying, hey, here it is, which that can work. But don't limit yourself to that necessarily, which is the main point of this video. You can get other people that would buy if you just told them the right things and market to those people. It's almost like a really good analogy to end this video with, as well as to say, if you ran a car dealership and when you had people come on your lot as a salesperson, you only sold to the person where you came up to them and said, are you ready to buy a car today? And they say, yes. You sold to them. And then if they say, I don't know, I just came to look, and you did not even try. You're throwing away so much more opportunity throwing those people into the garbage can because you're so lazy as to only sell to somebody who's absolutely sure that they're ready to buy. It's just stupid, ultimately, at the end of the day. Whereas, these people that are on the fence, they're just thinking about it. All you got to do is make a compelling case, and you got that sale. And because we live in a digital area where you can hire a copywriter and explain in an article why you would want to buy a car like you have on your lot to sell. And you can just start sending people there that are on the fence. It's all just automated income at the end of the day once that funnel is proven to work. And it'll work for the next 10 years probably. Because once it's set up and you have your numbers and you verified your numbers are there in terms of conversions and all that, it just works automatically from then on. It's so worth it for you to go through the testing and figuring out which of the terms work. And if you need to set up 10 different funnels for 10 different types of keywords, then that's what you do. But the truth of the matter is, usually one funnel will work for all the informational queries in your entire space. That's especially true in the health space. If you're looking for like how to fix brain fog and all that one product that fixes that problem will probably work for every keyword related to mental brain fog issues that you could have. You just say the same thing to all of them, and both on the ad and the landing page. And that is typically what we're going to do in the health space. So you don't even have to do that much work. You just got to find the right ad, the right landing page to send them to as far as information, and you're done. So, and the tracking tells you if it works or it doesn't. And if it doesn't quite work, you just tweak it a little bit. Or you pay a little bit less per click, and you only get half of the clicks, but the half that are left that you are going to get at the half, at 50% less cost per click that you're willing to bid at, will be profitable. So anyway, with that said, I'll wrap it up with that. If you have any questions about anything I covered, or any other ad-related question for that matter, you can leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a comment on this channel, usually within 24 hours time. I love to be able to answer people's questions as a way of just saying thank you for watching the channel, watching the videos that I have, watching the channel, and helping the channel grow. If you are going to pay attention to any information online that will set you up to make millions of dollars running ads for your business, for your business online, this is the channel you want to subscribe to more than any of them out there, or any other online source of information about PPC, about online ads. As this information on this channel is coming from somebody who does ad strategy 40 hours a week for dozens of ad accounts. I'm responsible doing the strategy for those accounts, which is valuable because 99% of the information you find on the web about how to run online ads is coming from somebody who doesn't manage ads or manages very, very little ads. All these people selling courses, by the way, they're they don't actually run ads as their job 40 hours a week. They're sitting on a beach somewhere screwing around, and they pretend like they know how to run ads, but they aren't actually running ads. I know because I'm in the industry. Whereas 40 hours a week ad testing is all I do, and I have dozens of clients that I'm responsible for getting the results on an ongoing basis. So, and the stuff that works as well as the stuff that doesn't work, I'm just giving to you on the side on this channel. So I'm not making money off of courses or advertising revenue or any of that, running an advertising firm here. So therefore, if you want to really know what works, this is the channel to subscribe to, and you should subscribe right now. You can also, if you like my channel, by the way, you can find my blog at guaranteeppc.com/blog, where you can find step-by-step information on how to actually make money from specific strategies that we use at our firm to make money for our clients that are our go-tos, with the step-by-step information and the screenshots and everything else to go with it that has everything you need to replicate these same strategies for yourself. If you like what you see on the channel, you're going to like the blog as well. Almost everybody that watches this channel that does actually check that out likes it as well, finds it valuable as well. So with that said, if you are looking for somebody though to do all this heavy lifting for you on what, these strategies I talk about on this channel, just want somebody that can execute them competently for you, this is what I do for clients at our firm. If you want a quote on how much more profit we can make for your account with a guarantee attached to it, that's what we offer at our firm. That is, we do not charge clients fees until we get them a certain minimum increase in profitability from their ads up front that we would quote to you up front. Reach out to my firm at guaranteeppc.com. I'd be happy to give you a free estimate of how much results we could get for you, short, medium, and long term, and what we would guarantee as a part of that before we would even ask for a fee. The short of it is, by the way, unless we were able to increase your profitability a certain minimum amount in excess of what our fee is, there is no fee. So we're paying ourselves out of the increase in profit we're providing for you up front. The catch is if we don't work with just any client, you got to have something great we want to work on that we know we can get great results with. But if you reach out to me, I'd be happy to at least look over what you have and see if there is a possibility of being able to work together. As a side, if you're not looking to work with an ad agency like mine, but you want to shortcut your way to success, consider using our ad templates, or strongly consider it, because we've worked in over 100 different niche markets in the last 10 years of running this agency, of which we've worked in your niche market before. We've probably already gotten the results that you're looking for, and we could tell you the results we've gotten in your space. And if you do want those results, you can buy from us for a one-time fee the ads, the landing pages, the campaign templates, all of it that we've developed over years in your market to get to a certain level of results, and then literally copy and paste those results into your account, and it's turnkey extra profit for your brand without having to figure out and spend all the time that we had to figure out those things that are in your market. So if you're interested in that as well, you can also reach out to me at my firm at guaranteeppc.com. Chances are high we've worked in your niche market and already figured it out all for you. And if you're trying to start another business, the best place to start would be using a template that you can use to start a business up in that same area, as long as you're not trying to go into business in the same area as our current client or past client in terms of geography. You can use that same template to do similar business in a different area. We've got several people that have used our e-commerce templates to start a business in a different country that our client is in, and do well there simply because we had the winning version that sells that same item in a different country that, of course, you can easily get access to in China and order it like our client does in a different country, or to sell in a different country. We've got people that start lead generation businesses with these templates, where our templates generate rock bottom lead costs in a number of different areas. You can set up a campaign to generate leads, sell those leads to people in their local market, and have a fairly passive income business going for themselves as a result of that. Anyway, if you're interested in any of those opportunities, you can reach out to me, guaranteeppc.com. With that said, I'll wrap everything up with that. And thank you for watching. See you later.